they are running 5 guards.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the Jumbos need to be wary because, you know, if they're going to match up guards against forwards, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of quick penetration off the top of the key, off the outside, right? And so the Jumbos need to be wary about how they're going to manage their rotations, knowing that at least one of their players is probably going to be able to be beat off the dribble almost every possession. Now, at the same time, the Jumbos then have the distinct advantage inside. Take advantage of that both offensively and especially on the boards.
Yeah, 21 and 25. Bobby Stewart, Truman Gettings, alongside them, Cohen, Aronson, and Thorner. But those two have to be big tonight if the Jumbos want to come out on top.
Absolutely, and don't forget about Theo Henry. You know, he is top 5 in rebounds despite going off the bench. He's also, of course, tied for first in assists. I mean, he is really the heart and soul of this team. The minutes he's been getting in recent weeks show that. He'll be getting a lot of valuable playing time, especially against the guard-heavy lineup, because you know he brings the defensive intensity every time he steps on the court.
We will see who the Mules decide to have tip off against Truman Gettings. It looks like it will be Jack Lawson. He is listed as a guard, but he is 6'7", so that might just be a administrative error on Colby's behalf. As Jumbos win the tip, back to Carson Cohen. Around the Stewart pick. Into Thorner. Down low, Truman Gettings. Gettings. Up, under. Can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Jack Lawson. Will King. Lawson turns around. Faces up Stewart. Back to King now. Arrington right in his grill. Drives left, crossover, kicks. Lawson gonna take it and gonna make it for 3. Jumbo's gotta watch out for that. A 6'7" big guy who can shoot. Cohen calling out the play. Jumbo's against what looks to be a zone. Cohen, extra pass, Arrington open 3. Rims out, rebound is grabbed by Noah Tyson.
You know, you're okay with that shot, even though Aronson is only 31%. I mean, he's wide open there. If they're going to play zone, that'll be available.
Bobby Stewart with the board on the other end. Gettings quickly ahead to Carson Cohen. Jumbos have numbers. Cohen into the front court, going to turn around. Wants Stewart down low. Help coming. Extra pass, Gettings. Gettings cuts baseline and a block.
Definitely wasn't set, and you could tell right there. It's actually probably a good decision, I believe. That was... it was Ben Kazmarek on trying to take the charge there. He knew he had the height differential lost, and so immediately he went into kind of that I'm going to take a charge posture. He just wasn't set.
Gettings down low, kicks out Cohen. Going to drive right, stops, looking for help, manages to get it to Gettings, but he gets it stripped. Colby coming the other way.
I think Cohen needs to go up for a shot there. You know, he's not a prolific scorer, but he had it, and I think he had contact on the arm if he released that ball.
Colby on the perimeter here. Handoff, Ben Kazmarek. Now once again, Lawson backing down Stewart. Hook shot. Rolls out. Gettings with the board. Cohen. Dylan Thorner now. Handoff, Stewart gets it right back with the switch. Fakes in, fakes out, reverse, got it.
Good little hesitation by Dylan Thorner. He got the double team off him, had the step on the baseline, and an easy 2.
Here is Noah Tyson against Thorner. Handoff, Besmark. Thought about the shot, thought better of it. Noah Tyson now. Around the pick, Jumbo switch unevenly there. And a nice block there by Carson Cohen.
Yeah, Carson Cohen, again, not going to wow you with the offensive stats, but he's a very, very strong defender. That makes him, I think that's his 7th block on the season.
Kazmarek backing down Cohen, gets the foul. Oh, gets called for the travel first. Colby bench wanted the and 1.
Yeah, you know what happened there is the ref heard me talking about Carson Cohen, his prolific defense, said, I can't ruin the bit right now by calling it a foul, because there was definitely a foul. The travel simply just came first.
Here is Carson Cohen in the corner with it. Going to take the 3. Misses it. Gettings with the offensive rebounds.
If they're going to play zone, then you're going to have a lot of weak side rebounds, just like that.
Aronson gets that one to fall.
2 great signs for the Jumbos. 1, get the weak side rebound off the zone.
What happens here? They're going to give Colby the ball, I believe. Though I don't know. That pass was definitely headed for Kazmarek and then hit off the assistant referee, and it'll be Tufts basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, referees are part of the game. The rule, I believe, across all 4 major sports is you have a hits the ref, you play on, unless the ref is injured or anything like that. And, you know, pass didn't complete. Maybe you want the ref to get in a better positioning. All in all, the Jumbos will take it. Free possession.
Speaking of what you said early, look who's checking in. Theo Henry at the scorer's table alongside champion Cohen. Looked to have gotten away with the travel. Aronson 3, got it.
Ball don't lie, Riley. It was very close whether Cohen was able to plant that back foot or he dragged it. Refs didn't buy that he traveled. Neither did the ball.
Can't argue with that logic. Will King crosses over Gettings. Gets shut off. Great hands there by Aronson with the steal. Jumbos have numbers if they hurry. So they're going to slow it down. Aronson feeling it for 3. Little too short.
But he liked the way Tyler Aronson, he's come out aggressive. He added to his team leading steal now. He has 20 on the season. He's really involved in the game right now.
And an off-ball foul there on Aronson as he was locked up with Max Polton.
And you see the Jumbos very quickly going small. They're going to bring out Bobby Stewart, and they're going to bring in both Champion and Theo Henry, Carson Cohen as well. So both players coming in smaller than the ones they replaced.
That's true for Bates as well. Lucas Green replacing Will King. I mean, not that it really changes much with 5 guards. Good drive there. Henry looked to have drawn a charge. Ref says play on. A lot of contact there. Aronson comes away with it. Jumbos have numbers. Skip past Thorner. Into the lane. Gets it to go.
Beautiful job by Dylan Thorner. It's just the poise, you know, with that quick dribble and then the jump stop there to create that separation and easy finger roll.
Corner 3 again for Lawson is good again. If you were a betting man, you would not bet on the 6'7" forward to have the only points for Colby from deep.
Especially when he's only shooting 30% on the season. That's not for lack of attempts. He was 13 for 44 going into the game. But yeah, I mean, again, the Jumbos, you would have thought, you know, their issue wouldn't necessarily be the big guys or the bigger guys shooting the 3 over their guys. It would have been the penetration. But so far, I think one thing it does speak to is the Jumbos have done a solid job defensively. You know, they clearly made that small pivot early, but even still, when they were oversized, they weren't letting up too many opportunities, too many open shots. I mean, arguably both of those Lawson 3s are at least fairly well contended.
Yeah, but you have to wonder, is it a film room problem? If he's taken so many 3s, shouldn't that be in the scouting report?
Yes, but you know, people get hot. You know, I think the Jumbos, again, it's a you know, when you're oversized and when, you know, you got to give up somewhere. You got to play a little looser off the ball, and I think we've seen it on both of those where, you know, the person guarding Lawson is, you know, cheating just a bit on the expectation that he can't hit that many. They'll probably keep going and just assume that he'll come back to earth because, you know, he hasn't been to the moon quite yet this season.
It's a fair bet. Kai Champion with it at the top. Gettings now. Looked for the back cut, wasn't there. Aronson around the pick. Extra pass. Gettings. Oh, what a move, but he can't quite get it to fall.
Second one that Gettings has made a really good move inside and just has bricked the bunny.
I don't know if you can call a reverse layup a bunny, Scott. Jonah Obi backing him down. Turns around, short. Champion with the board. Extra pass. Henry has to stop, wait for a spin move, up and under. A lot of contact, and he's going to draw a jump ball.
Yeah, you know, I honestly don't know. I thought that ball was dislodged by the time Henry touched the ground, but Mules will get the ball back either way. You know, Gettings, just to say one more thing about him, he made a really good play as he checks out. You know, we said he missed.
Jumbo's going to put the press on real quick.
He missed the layup, but he made a great defensive contest to generate that fast break opportunity.
Lucas Green at the top, Theo Henry guarding him. Into Noah Tyson against McLaren. Back to Green, wants the pick and roll against Bernstein. Gets the handle back. Noah Tyson drops McLaren open 3, got it.
Whoa, whoa. Wow, that was a nice move. Not much else to say about that.
McLaren into Bernstein. Backing down Obi. Up. Doesn't get the finger roll.
You know, same idea as we said about Gettings. It's a good choice. Just want to see those go in.
Noah Tyson thinks about it again. Lucas Green now around the pick. Kyle Butler getting his first touch. Back to Green. Now Noah Tyson. McLaren calls for the pick, gets the pick. Extra pass to Obi, and they're going to get a block because Aronson was inside the restricted area.
Yeah, it looked like the back of his heels were, and I think Aronson, it's the right move. You know, it's good recognition. He was set just a little too close to the basket, but nevertheless, it was also a good cut right there off that screen. The Jumbos tried it earlier, and they got good spacing. Mules try it here, and again, it works for them.
Yeah, and in terms of Jumbos, that's not exactly what you want to see. That is the second personal foul for Tyler Aronson. Obi at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first.
And on that Aronson point, again, Aronson is leading the team in steals against such a guard-heavy lineup. You would have thought at least he would have had some valuable minutes playing that perimeter D. Now he will have to sit out for at least the near term.
And I believe, yeah, that is Scott Giamessi coming in too. And that one is good there. And what the hell?
I think, yeah, shooter's bleeding. Infection control protocol activated.
I thought they were about to call, whatchamacallit. I thought you were about to call it Kai.
No, yeah, you can see him getting some treat. Well, you might not be able to see, but he's getting treatment off to the side there. A little blood on the face.
So is Michael Curler, who gets caught for a lazy foul. Oh, great pass. And they're going to get a foul, I believe, on Jack Dundon.
Yeah, 2 ticky-tack fouls right there, but I think both are right. Won't be on the shot or anything like that. Mules only have a couple, but still, you don't want to see those. I mean, you saw Aronson get in foul trouble. All of a sudden, for the Mules, I mean, that's a quick way to take bad fouls.
And a poor mistake there by Benji Water. Down low. Got it.
Yeah, you know, I would have said I thought he should have gone up right away. He had the space, but it was a good job to get a handle on the ball and get that shot up quick.
We'll see who that is. It is, yeah, I believe it is Kyle Butler, who is back into Lucas Graham.
Really aggressive perimeter defense, especially by Kai Champion on the wing there.
Driving hard against, and that one is short. Good defense there by Josh Bernstein.
Yeah, if he didn't touch it, he might have. At the very least, his presence altered it. He's been generating a ton of blocks, had 5 in a recent game.
That one in and out. Rebound there. Reset. Extra pass. 3 for Henry. Rims out. Second chance for the Jumbos. Bernstein. Handoff McLaren. Theo Henry will reset. 10 on the shot clock. Henry. 5 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. Got to get rid of it. Messi, extra pass, and I finish. Oh, they're going to call it off.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. You know, and also right before that, the Colby bench wanted a travel on that kind of awkward-looking move. Ref called that he never had firm control. You know, Jumbo, a lot of good fundamentals there. You saw 2 offensive rebounds, crashing the boards, you know, just taking advantage of your height. But the offensive possessions on really any of those chances were a bit scattered. Not really any good flow to them, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Thought about the shot. Instead, he gets a pass behind him and a nice finish there by Noah Tyson.
Great finish by Tyson. Go right around the defender and right around 2 as well.
Drive. Henry stops. Kicks. Champion thought about it. Theo Henry. Gamessi with a dangerous pass. Gets it. Floater. Got it.
That was a nice move right there by Gamessi. You know, to get away from that really tight pressure, and a great play right there by Bernstein, taking advantage again of his height. Bernstein being the tallest player on the floor, and we'll see some switches as Jumbos will go. They don't really go, actually, they'll actually technically shrink a bit as you take Bernstein out, and Stewart and Thorner come back in. McLaurin also takes a seat.
And that
he didn't touch
not
it.
Not a
Yeah, it was a good.
backcourt.
It was actually a good job to pull his hand down. he had touched it, then it would have been.
Handoff there. Coming around it is Noah Tyson. Lazy pass, gets it back. And good block there by Gamesi. Outlet pass, can Kai Champion save it? He can.
Nice
Two
passing.
extra pass, and then Dylan Thorner just blew a layup.
Can we agree that that might have been a bunny?
That one's a bunny. Open three is dead on for Noah Tyson, who cannot miss right now.
That's a huge 5-point swing. You missed a layup on one end. It wasn't so much that the Jumbos didn't get back, just Noah Tyson.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it either. I think Theo Henry was set, and I mean, he's just not that tall, and so, you know, the body contact was there. Probably a little bit of acting on both parts. But yeah, that looked like a clean screen to me. But the Jumbos, you know, they need to find their rhythm. You had a couple broken possessions, even with those offensive rebounds mixed in. You had a missed layup, 3 the other way. All of a sudden, they find themselves down 3. Momentum clearly drained from their side.
Handoff. Kazmak. Noah Tyson gonna take a deep 3. Rims out. Second chance. Will be Jumbo's ball.
Not sure about that. That's really a heat check, but I mean, you know, he's fading away, not a great angle, at least one defender, arguably 2 in his airspace. When you have the momentum like that, not sure about that shot at all.
Dylan Thorner, hands off, Cohen. Champion, open 3. That does not fall. Gamesi fighting for it,
Good
able to save it to Cohen. Thorner open, gets it, makes it.
The hustle there, right? Jumbos need to take advantage of the offensive rebounds. They finally do right there. Just a great job on the lower block.
Yeah, and right now, Scott Gamesi is showing up. Will King. Shut down, gonna try and back down. Cohen doesn't get it. Cohen with the board, Jumbos have numbers. Cohen in a hurry,
Nice
skip pass. Thorner quickly into it, got another.
And, you know, that's just, you know, Carson Cohen is obviously a pass-first player, and he was looking pass all day. It was a great job by Dylan Thorner to open up that beautiful passing lane. No hesitation. Jumbos regain the lead.
Thorner becomes the first player in double digits with 10 of the Jumbos 19. Kazamak backing down Thorner, goes up strong and gets it to go with a little bit of spin on that one.
Yeah, that had some real interesting English. Really looked like it was going to roll right off the rim. We got some backspin there and a great finish over Thorner.
Thorner wanted it, got shut off there by Noah Tyson. Champion now, great pick there by Stewart. Champion looking for help, loses it.
I would like to see the bigs get a little more set up on the blocks. Jumbos, I feel like all 5 of them are on the perimeter. I don't think that's the right way to attack this undersized team.
And a push-off going to get called for Bobby Stewart there as he was just beat by Jack Lawson.
One other point on that, you said Bobby Stewart did see a great screen on the other end, and you saw one of the Colby players, not sure who it was, with that pretty aggressive head snap back. Similar to what we saw over there, I think Bobby Stewart gets the benefit of the doubt there because he's such a prolific screen setter, but just want to compliment the refs. Good job not calling that.
Yeah, and then you got to wonder if the Jumbos know they got a guy down. Open 3 is off there from Max Polton. Aronson quickly into the front court.
Aronson back in with 2 fouls, only sat for about 3.5 minutes there.
Gettings trying to back down. Doesn't work. Cohen now comes to collect. Starting 5 on the floor for the Jumbos.
Still
10 on the shot clock.
Still 4 people on the perimeter. Now you have 5.
Aronson 3. Of course it goes.
It's one of those shots where you say you'll take it. It's not a sign of great offense, but when you have shooters like Aronson and Thorner right now, you're glad you got Aronson back in with those 2 fouls because, you know, he's making a difference on the offensive end, bailing the Jumbos out on bad possessions.
Turnaround jumper rolls off the rim, fought for, and it'll be Jumbo's ball as Jonah Obi couldn't get it to fall. Carson Cohen now. Across the timeline. Handoff Stewart. Oh, he had an open Aronson. Instead, hands off Dylan Thorner. Aronson across the pick. Thought about it, cuts middle. Stops, fade away, got it.
That's the Tyler Aronson we know and love. The one who's able to create his shot wherever he wants. He's so good at elevating and getting that shot up. Unless you have a larger defender on him who also happens to have good speed, he can have that shot anytime he wants it, and right now he wants it and he's making it.
Yeah, Tyler Aronson tonight looks like Tyler Aronson from the tournament at the beginning of the year when he was the best player on the court at all times. Right now, he is not missing anything as he's going to take a seat. Coach Linton wisely not wanting him to pick up a third foul in this first half.
Yeah, he came in, he gave you a 5-point offensive spark to reclaim momentum. Exactly his job. Now no longer need to risk it.
Lucas Green against Thorner. 10 on the shot clock. Drives, kicks. Open three is rims out, board there. 5 on the shot clock. Or excuse me, they reset it now, and a nice finish from Max Polton. Carson Cohen quickly into the front court. Gets past one to the rim and can't get it to go. Gets the second chance.
Yeah, that's the right call. Gettings definitely got a push there.
I don't know if they called a foul. I think they got Cohen for out of bounds.
Oh.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, I think.
Because I think they say he didn't
right.
get his feet in before he touched the ball.
I think you're right. Well, Gettings got away with the foul there.
Oh, absolutely. Though I wonder if they didn't give the foul because the guy was in the restricted area and they knew they could just call the out of bounds anyway. Will King driving against Cohen, backing him down, spins, tough shot, rims out. Thorner with a nice board. Jumbos have numbers if they hurry. Skip pass ahead, great hands to intercept that is Ben Kazmarek. Now the other way, come Colby quickly. Will King stops, up, got it. He spun and got Bobby Stewart going every which way except the right way.
Yeah, that was a really nice move. He clearly has the agility advantage there. A great spin and a great hesitation to generate space and tight.
Cohen three, short. Rebound is grabbed by Max Polton, and then I believe they're going to get Truman Gettings with a foul.
Yeah, Gettings, wrong place, right, wrong time, but everyone going up for the ball, lands, generates some body contact. Player falls like that, it's going to be a foul. No real argument there. Probably not the worst foul you've seen, but he was playing with house money after the one he got away with on the rebound.
Yeah, but it does come with a significant consequence as the Mules are shooting the rest of the way in this half. Obi. Kicks to the outside, Lucas Green. Drives, Champion comes help. 10 on the shot clock. In the corner, trying to back him down. Champion making great D. Bernstein comes to help, and he stepped out of bounds.
I have loved Kai Champion's defensive effort. Every time he's been matched up, he is right up in the ball handler's face. You saw it twice there. One, he forced a trap before that, and then player got the pass back, and a great defense right up in his face, forcing him to step on the out-of-bounds line.
Bernstein, Truman Gettings. Jumbos definitely have a height advantage now. And they're going to get, I believe, they're going to get Cooper Ricala with a hold on Bernstein.
Yeah, I mean, Ricala, is giving up at least 3-4 inches there. Bernstein had position right on 5 inches, right, and Bernstein had position right in the lower block. You'll see they even make a switch right there.
Yeah, but it allows Henry to get right to the rim. Can't get it to go. Bernstein, second chance, and a great board there for the Mules by Jonah Obi. Now he's driving, and a great charge.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect. Guess who? Number 4, Theo Henry.
He's always in the right place at the right time. And that's no coincidence because he just has such a knack for the ball and for opportunities to make mischief like that. Getting his hand in places, driving and taking the charge right there. Great awareness to recognize that, Bernstein giving up the agility. He's going to get driven on, but it doesn't matter because Henry's going to be right there taking up the space and drawing the charge.
Henry gets around one, hands off Kai Champion. Champion, crossover. Now Henry. McLaren. Drives, stops, nice pass, Champion will finish.
Great cut by Kai Champion there. Jumbos are trying that whole possession to play kind of a two-man game between Champion and either McLaren or Henry. They got it to work there. Yeah,
Champion becomes only the 4th Jumbo to score tonight, which is not something you're used to saying with 15 minutes gone. Henry in a hurry coming the other way. Slams on the brakes. Looking for the open guy. Where is it? It's Champion. Henry, skip pass. McLaren thought about it, drives baseline, extra pass. Can Thorner save it? He cannot. It'll stay Jumbo's ball, though. No, they're going to overturn it.
Yeah, no, that definitely was not tipped. I think it might have been deflected in the hands, but once it was released, it was definitely off the Jumbos. And I think the Jumbos need to do a little better on that fast break. They had the man advantage. Spacing was not great. Theo Henry kind of ran into a collection of defenders, plus his own players. It really just had to pull up there. Better executed fast break. You can get some points off that.
Cooper Wakala crosses over on Thorner, stops, and a good job there by Bernstein, even after Thorner got called for the foul, to prevent a possible three-point play.
Yeah, it's almost one of those situations where if you're Dylan Thorner, you want to go against your inclination. Just kind of get out of the way and let the massive Joshua Bernstein come in and swat that. But
that's interesting. They're calling this a shooting foul. I am not so sure about that one. As Cooper Wakala makes the first. Cooper Wakala doesn't get a lot of minutes, but in the few games this year that he's played a lot, he has had some big moments, including putting up 35 over Thanksgiving break in a non-conference matchup.
Yeah, and the Mules, like you mentioned, will be shooting for 4 more minutes. We see that was a foul, yeah. As we see, and we'll see Theo Henry go to the line. It's a good point to talk about. The Jumbos are not a great free throw shooting team. They are only at 63% on the season. They were 0 for 2 in their last game. They only took 2 free throws. They didn't hit a single one. And these will be their first couple of the game as well. Mules are 73%. That's very much advantage Mules on this one.
Yeah, well, in terms of free throw shooters for the Jumbos, there is no one better on the roster than number 4 Theo Henry. But he misses that one, as I may have cursed him there.
The good old announcer's jinx. Maybe he does that. I mean, Thorner's pretty good too, but yeah, maybe Thorner gets a leap up on him. Riley, you are barred from commentating on free throws anymore. Just leave it to me at this point.
Sounds good, Scott. Sounds good. Henry's second. Gets that one. Is a 3-point lead for the Jumbo. Scott Gamesi coming in, replacing Thorner.
And he had some great minutes earlier in this game, so that definitely makes sense. Interesting, though, that they leave Aronson out. Would have thought he might have been in to finish the rest of this half, even with the 2 fouls.
I don't think you want to risk him getting a third the way he's been shooting. Good drive there. Lucas Green turns around, spins on Champion, can't get it to go. That one being fought for on an offensive board. Driving baseline. Spinorama, and that is a tough foul. It's the right call, but there's really nothing Scott Kamesi can do about that.
Yeah.
As just speed of Will King going around him and drew the bump.
Body language gives everything away, and you can tell right there it's one of those, you'll see fouls, you'll see frustration fouls, you'll see players react with frustration at the refs. That one was a, why me type thing. I just happened to be in the wrong place. I know I clipped him in the foot, but that's just because my feet happened to be there.
And that one gets the first, is Will King.
Interesting that it's a 1-and-1, and there are no Mules players lined up. I mean, obviously they don't have the height with Bernstein out there especially, but rare do you see a full, kind of capitulation like that. Usually you at least put one token player there to give some effort.
To be honest, I think Coach Damian Straham was too busy making his substitution to remember that it was a 1-and-1 and not 2 at the line. Bernstein backing down. Skip pass, great save by Champion. Henry with it, 10 on the shot clock. Casey McLaren. Henry now wants the pick, gets the pick, goes the other way, stops, pops, no. And it's going to stay here as Josh Bernstein on the boards draws a foul.
One thing about Champion and the way he caught that ball, which is even more impressive, he came down on 1 foot because that second foot, if it landed behind him, would very well be out of bounds. You could see he got that ball and he released it before the second foot came down. It's just a really athletic play. Gave the Jumbos second life. And they should be at the 1-and-1, I believe.
Yeah, Josh Bernstein's going to be at the line. And
you
want to talk about that, Scott?
Well, maybe I'll try the reverse drinks, which is he's not a great free throw shooter. So we'll see what happens. However, the Jumbos do have some pretty good height out there, including Bernstein at the line. So
that one is short. Scott's jinx did not work, and Colby comes away with the basketball.
We'll try complete silence next time.
I mean, you mentioned it at the beginning. They were 0 for 2 from the free throw line against Middlebury. They're 1 for 3 in the first half today. Sims kicks, another open 3, Noah Tyler. That one finally missed, but an offensive board was not saved by Max Polton. Champion quickly into Carson Cohen. Cohen calling out the play. Being guarded by Kosmazic. Thorner, around one. Gamesi hands off Carson Cohen. Thorner wanted it, was not paying attention, and a sloppy turnover.
Yeah, and I still think the Jumbos, I mean, first of all, it feels like they should be up by a lot more, but you know, one thing I don't like is they're not getting the ball inside enough, in my opinion. There's a lot of passes staying on the outside of the perimeter. They're waiting too long in the shot clock. They're not playing inside out, and they're not getting good looks off it.
Stopping on a dime is Will King. Bolton now.
Champion, great defensive intensity again.
Around the pick from Jonah Obi. 5 on the shot clock. Great finish. Doesn't go. Second chance also doesn't go. Fighting for it, and it will stay Jumbo's ball. Great hustle again by Scott Gamesi.
Absolutely. Gamesi's giving you really great minutes. He and Theo Henry, again, you know, two players that kind of can come in and give you energy plays like that. They've both done so far.
Cohen looking for help. Finds it in Gamesi.
5 players on the perimeter right now. I just don't get it.
Cohen looking for help. 10 on the shot clock. Finally gets it to Champion. Around the getting screen. Champion gonna go hard. Can't get it to go. And away with the board there is Polton. Colby has numbers. Will they take advantage? No. Polton. Gamesi does a good job shutting him off. Minute 10 to go in the first half. 1-point game here in Cousins. Obi gonna drive. Lost the handle. Can Getting save it? Yes, he can. Gamesi quickly ahead. Carson Cohen gonna get there. Extra pass. Thorner with authority.
Great effort by Carson Cohen. Natural instinct. You see that pass tipped, you should pull up. He keeps going, and he allows Thorner with the easy 2.
Will King now. We'll see if Colby can time a 2 for 1 right. Obi. Guess who? Noah Tyson going to drive hard. Kicks to the corner. 3 there is no good. Second chance rebound is grabbed by Colby. Going hard.
Should be a charge.
And,
wow.
I'm
not sure.
Wow. Tough finish there by Noah Tyson. Didn't get it to go. And Carson Cohen still looking for a bit of an explanation.
Yeah, I mean, Tufts bench not happy about that. Theo Henry, the charge master himself, pretty upset as well.
The only thing I can think of with that is maybe they're saying his foot was in the restricted area.
Yeah, that, or it was just the contact was to the side, and so he wasn't in guarding position. It was just hard to tell from our vantage point, but the way he went down, it felt like it was a direct hit. But
first one is missed, second one is good. 2-point Jumbo's lead. 30 seconds to go. They should be able to hold this for the last shot of the first half.
Yeah.
Carson Cohen just having a little fun dribbling the basketball. No hurry.
Yet again, I'm a little intrigued that they didn't bring Aronson back just for this possession, since it would be exclusively offense, wouldn't really be at the risk of drawing a foul.
Yeah, that is a good point, Scott. 5 on the shot clock. Great crossover. Cohen loses the handle. Colby going with 3.
He's got time.
He can't get the shot
He's not
off.
going to get it off.
He did not get it off. It would have been goaltending, but Max Polton could not get it off in time.
And that's really, let me just say that's really poor clock awareness. I mean, you've got to, whether it's on his teammates, whether it's on the bench, someone's got to let him know he has a second and a half. You need to get that shot off from the 3-point line. You have no time to make a move. But
yeah, I mean, poor decision making on both sides has really defined this first half. It is halftime, and the Jumbos have seen 4 players get baskets today.
Yeah, I mean, part of that comes from the way Thorner and Aronson are playing, but given how much Aronson sat out, I mean, almost the entirety of the second half with about a 4-minute exception, you know, you really want to see other players getting on the board, especially the bigs. Haven't seen that at all. The Jumbos, I think, need to change up their offensive game plan coming out of the second half.
Absolutely. And we will be back with you on the other side in about a dozen minutes with the second half live from Cousins. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University. I'm Riley Daniel. Alongside me is the best color commentator in all of Medford, Massachusetts, Scott Blatt. Scott, what do the Jumbos need to do to look like the Jumbos we've seen when they've had big wins like last weekend?
Well, they need to stop playing through their perimeter players when it's the inside, it's the front court that has the matchup. Scott Kosecki is the only forward who has any points recorded in this game, yet, as you mentioned, the Mules are rolling guard lineups of 5 guards. I mean, there's just such a clear disparity there. It's such a clear opportunity, especially at the start of halves. You have Tyler Aronson out there, very feisty, very good up perimeter, and then you have a lot of height right now. I mean, the Jumbos are rocking Carson Cohen, they're rocking Bobby Stewart, you have Thorner, you have Gettings. I mean, these are 5 guys, 4 guys with great height. I think the ball needs to get to the paint a lot more. This is a Colby team that gave up 50 points in the paint last game.
Yeah, I believe the Jumbos have 2, the Kai Champion layup. Aronson to Thorner, wide open, way off.
You know, I would say that validates my point, but not really, because that's a really good shot. I'm just not sure what happened there with Dylan Thorner.
King, open 3. No, as that one rimmed out for Jack Lawson, who tried to start the second half the way he started the first.
Had Bob there for a moment.
Yeah, he did. And, consciously chose not to do it.
Yeah.
He has him again, decides to go himself. Extra pass, Thorner and 1. Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, looked like a little side swipe just on the cheek, flesh wound as we like to call it. Yeah, you're right, Carson Cohen, I did think he had Bob twice there, but, he's got such a knack for finding the open guy there, so it's, you put your trust in him, and it was rewarded. Great pass to find Dylan Thorner on the weak side.
Well, I think Carson Cohen wants to really increase his assist numbers going into senior day tomorrow when they read them out loud. Thorner at the line, speaking of numbers, about to hit point number 15 if he gets this one to go. Hey, I didn't curse him this time, Scott.
I was about to say, and Thorner is a really good free throw shooter, over 80% on the season.
Turns out my curse only applies to Theo Henry. That one into Will King. Handoff for Tyson. Oh, what a step back. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound is grabbed by the shortest person on the floor in Carson Cohen. Cohen with a hurry. Handoff, Thorner. Stewart, back to Thorner. Extra pass, Gettings. Will finish.
What did we say? Activate the bigs. Pass to Stewart, who's a great ball distributor. Pass to Thorner, pass to Gettings. Tic-tac-toe, easy to. Play through the middle, play through the paint, and you will be rewarded.
Great crossover there by King. Stops in a dime, extra pass, and that'll finish nicely by Lawson.
Yeah, Bob Stewart got caught ball watching there. Lost his man in coverage, who got behind him, and it's an easy finish for Lawson.
Yeah, that's been a problem for Bobby Stewart this year. Thorner thought about it. He's feeling it right now. Drives instead on Tyson. Spins around, extra pass. Cohen. Where's the open guy? It's Thorner for 3. You better believe it.
And Carson Cohen didn't necessarily cross someone up there. It was more of the way the pass was, but someone was sent skating there, and it led to a wide open 3 for Thorner. Jumbos could not have asked for a better start to this half.
Absolutely. Tyson 3. That one goes.
Okay, maybe a miss there would have been slightly better. Riley, don't look now, but Dylan Thorner already has 18 points.
I was noticing that. Aronson wanted it, but they were too close on that step back. And kickball there.
I like the idea, though. Quick pass to Bob, who quick pass to Gettings on the cut there. And it took a kick pass, but the lane was there. It was a bit tight, but the lane was there.
Oh, great pass. Can't get it to go, though, is Gettings. A lot of contact. And coming away with it is Max Bolton. King thought about the 3, instead drives. Gets forced baseline. Lawson handoff. King. 15 on the shot clock. Mismatch against Stewart. King. Tyson. Will he pull it? Gets a double team. Wow. Gonna pull it. And can't get that one to go. Great board, Aronson. Gonna try and cross up and absolutely drops him. Aronson around him and can't quite finish what would have been an SC top 10 play.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Lawson, handoff Tyson. Tyson trying to go, ooh. There's a foul there on Truman Gettings. The refs did not see what we could in that Tyson stepped on that out of bounds line before that foul.
Yeah, neither did Gettings. You would think there would be more of an argument there. Instead, it was a foul again, but Got to look at the couple seconds before. Should it have been called? Probably not.
Lawson. Good hands there by Dylan Thorner, preventing it from Kazmarek.
Jumbos are already going to go back to their small lineup at the next stoppage. Champion and Henry's waiting to check in.
Turnaround, Lawson shot, got it. What a tough shot.
Yeah, nothing you can say there. That's great team defense. Force them down to the shot clock. You're okay with that matchup there, and it just finishes. Good defense, better offense.
Thorner slams on the brakes against Tyson. Dangerous pass. Gettings bails him out. Cohen somehow gets it to Stewart, who will almost finish and can't get the rebound.
You know, that's a contested layup, sure, but that's now the third or fourth contested or, difficult layup. We've seen the Jumbos miss. They need to hit a couple of those. Great pass
Bolton
right there.
Wide open, and that is a tough call there.
Yeah, again, body language tells the story. Gettings seems to accept it. So it looked like, it was hard to tell whether it was, ball in hand on follow-through, wrist.
I think they got it with the landing space.
Maybe that too, yeah.
Because it looked as if he landed right on Truman Gettings' foot. And that will be Truman Gettings taking a seat because of that foul. Scott Gamesi gets added to the list of subs at the last second.
And Riley, I might have missed it, but Aronson picked up a third somewhere in there as well, at least according to the scoreboard up there.
You clearly missed it because there's been 2 Tufts fouls in this half. They've both been on Truman Gettings. So
yeah,
either Aronson gave in one at halftime or someone made an error on the scorer's table. Anyway, Theo Henry will bring it across the timeline. Aronson. Handoff Gamesi. Thorner around the Gamesi pick, around another one. Wants Gamesi down low, gets it to him. Gamesi backing him down, finishes off glass, no. Great board there by Polton. Quickly ahead, Lawson backing down. Gamesi, great D. Board to Champion, loses the handle. That one bouncing around every which way. And it will be Colby basketball.
So it looks like Aronson picked up the third without us realizing it in the first half, way back at the 7-minute mark, which makes a little more sense as to why the Jumbos were so reluctant to use him at all on the way into break.
Referee's still discussing whose ball it should be. And they're going to stick with the call on the floor. It will be Colby basketball. Great move by Tyson. Gamesi comes to help, but a great pass to a wide open Jonah Obi, and we are all even at 37.
Jumbos had a great start to the half, but they've gone cold the last couple of minutes.
Champion loses the handle, gets it back. Dangerous pass, gets to Aronson. Pull up 3. Just short. Rebound is grabbed by Lucas Green.
The shots they hit in the first half like that, but that's not good offensive basketball. You can't always rely on that.
Tyson really wanted to pull that. Theo Henry was having none of it. Here they are again. Will King against Aronson. Pick from Polton. Aronson now against, King against Champion, 10 of the shot clock. Double team comes. Extra pass, 5 of the shot clock. Tyson gonna drive. Gamesi out to contest. Great board there. Great fake out. King 3. No. And that board will be grabbed by Polton, who is now double teamed.
Good job getting out of that double
Deep
team.
3 from Tyson. In and out, and finally the Jumbos will get the board.
Not a good shot there by Tyson, in my opinion. I know he's a great shooter, but he's really far out, and you got to drive there.
Thorner, pull up, Jay. You better believe it goes.
He'll hit the 20 mark on that shot as we get the timeout. And I believe it's going to be tough, so it's a use it or lose it. And what more can we say about Dylan Thorner? The first half, it was more of a competition. Thorner and Aronson getting in that foul trouble, and Thorner is taking over. He's already up to 20. He only had, I believe, 9 points last game out. So very good recovery game from him, and he's really carrying the Jumbos, who, otherwise I still don't like their offensive game band too much.
Yeah, Jumbos have 10 points in this half in the first 5 minutes. 8 of those have belonged to Dylan Thorner. But nothing else is working. And for this Colby team, well, they're just really struggling to get anything going.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. How both teams, we thought assists would be the key. And so for both, neither team, Dylan Thorner obviously the exception today, but neither, you felt comfortable going in saying, there's not a single player who's going to beat us. And even so, despite Dylan Thorner's takeover, the Mules are right in this game. They're only down 2.
Well,
So-
you want to hear something interesting?
Yes, I do.
You mentioned it at the beginning. 15 was the magic number in terms of assists. You want to guess where the Jumbos are at right now?
15?
No, they're close. They're at 12.
Yeah, you know, the Jumbos, again, to reiterate, all 4 games they've lost this year, or 5 games, I believe, sorry, they have not hit 15 assists. A couple games they've hit 15. They've never eclipsed it. In their wins, 10 out of 14 times they've gone over 15. So, the algorithm has been passing. And, when the Jumbos were playing great to start the half, we saw, the bigs getting activated and Bobby Stewart, Truman Gettings making great passes. That, as they've checked out, if you've seen different rotations, you haven't seen that same continuity. You haven't seen those passes, and you haven't seen the ball touch the rim.
Great hands there by Champion to knock it away from Polton. Now he's going to go. Euro step and a block foul.
No.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
That was a block if I've ever seen one. Max Polton was 100% moving there.
I don't want to let that take away, though, from a great play on the other end by Kai Champion. Again, his defensive intensity has been outstanding. He's brought the energy. As you can see right there, he is taking away all the space. And so far, he has not fouled, which is even more impressive.
Tyson, excuse me. Gamesi trying to force him right. Doesn't work. Tyson slams on the brakes. Will King with 8 on the shot clock against McLaren. Going to drive. And I think they're going to get a push off on McLaren.
Yeah, it looks like a hand check. It's kind of the same issue with both teams right now.
As we look, a wide open. Polson thought better of it. That is the 4th foul for the Jumbos already in this half.
Against a team that is a much better free throw shooting team than yourself. Good
Will
defense.
King can't get it to go. Gamesi with the board. Quickly ahead, Carson Cohen. Lost the handle, somehow managed to save it. I don't know how he managed to get that back.
Yeah, careless with the ball. Just really not sure what the Jumbos are doing in their half-court offense right now.
Gamesi, Cohen, fakes the 3, nothing there. Champion now with 10.
If there's a player who can generate their own offense on the floor right now, it is Champion.
Into Bernstein,
and that was a
down
foul.
low, and he finishes through contact. And
Whoa.
that's an illegal inbound. And Carson Cohen's going to take advantage and score.
What a great job by Carson Cohen to be aware and run straight for the ball. Exactly. It was going to be an illegal inbound, but Carson Cohen said, I'll take your illegal inbounds, and I'll take 2 points off it.
King thinks about it. Instead, Jonah Obi. 3 there from Lucas. Screen. No.
Jumbos are doing a really good job just not allowing anything inside. They're keeping the ball
Champion
at the
has
perimeter.
McLaren. McLaren thought about it. Shut off nicely there by Polton. Back to Champion. Around the Bernstein screen. Deep 3. Rims out. Gamesi fights for the board. Gets it. McLaren. Cohen in the lane.
Nice
Extra
pass.
underneath. And Gamesi gets it to go.
Great pass right there.
Scott Gamesi is bringing the effort right now. As that one rims out by Polton, Jumbos have a chance to stretch the lead to double digits here. Cohen slams on the brakes. 12 to go in this one. Gamesi, handoff McLaren. Gonna drive left, slams on the brake, fade away, short. A great board there by Noah Tyson, who went up to get it.
Jumbos still on their 8-0 run. Mules have really gone stagnant offensively. Same issue the Jumbos have faced. They can't get the ball inside for the life of them. Everything is to the perimeter. They're taking contested shots that aren't going in.
Polson, Green now. Crosses over Cohen, drives hard,
Nice.
and gets rejected by Bernstein. Gamesi ahead, Champion, gonna go up strong, no. Second chance comes to Gamesi, floater, of course it goes.
He's been everywhere, hasn't he? He's had great games, absolutely, but not in the last couple games. He's been a little quieter, but he's brought the energy today. That's his 8th point on the day.
Time out, Colby. It's been the Scott Gamesi and Dylan Thorner show in this second half.
Yeah, 10-0 run for the Jumbos, fueled by both of them, especially Scott Gamesi. Every time he's been in, normally you look to someone like Theo Henry for that, and that's not to say that Theo Henry hasn't brought the energy, hasn't had a knack for the ball today. He, of course, has. But he hasn't been alone. The Jumbos have done a really good job, especially on the defensive end. Again, Kai Champion, when he's been out there, he's been completely face guarding whoever he's primary defender on and taking them away each and every possession. It's forcing the Mules to look elsewhere, and they're not really sure what to do, and I'm sure that's what this timeout is about. Figure out what we can do offensively. I mean, 47 points given up is not all that bad, but their offense has just really gone cold. Yeah,
you want to talk about things that have gone cold. Both teams have gone really cold in this second half at points. Jumbos went a 4-minute stretch without scoring, while Colby went on their 8-0 run. And in the last 3.5, Colby has put up zippity-doo-dah as the Jumbos have stretched the lead to 10. The question is, can Colby respond with another run in kind, or will the Jumbos seek to put this one away?
And this will tell you. I mean, it's going to depend on, can they change their offense up? I mean, I think they're going to come out with some sort of different scheme, some sort of different mindset. Right now, the question is, will it work? We'll have a good idea within the next couple minutes.
Kyle Butler checking in for the Mules and being hounded by Carson Cohen, who forces that pass all the way back. Jumbos with 3 starters on the floor, the guards, in addition to Champion and Bernstein. Handoff coming off the pick. Floater is just rejected by Josh Bernstein, because of course it is Aronson. Jumbos have numbers.
Nice pass.
Champion 3. Got it.
Just outstanding offense on the transition. Give it to Aronson. He's so fast. All the defenders put their eyes on him. It opens up a wide open corner for Kai Champion.
Good move there. Bernstein, gets called for the foul. As a good move there by Jonah Obi to get a little bit of space.
And really, Bernstein has been getting a lot of these minutes in the second half. You haven't seen too much of Bobby Stewart or Truman Gettings. You can see why. I mean, even on that foul there, previous play block, he's been, just an imposing threat down low.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got 2 blocks on the day, had 5 in a game over the weekend. For someone who did not get into a game this season until mid-December, Josh Bernstein has made an impact. And speaking of people who did not get into games for a long time, Scott Messi did not see the floor until January. And here he is, and he has arguably been the Jumbo's best player tonight.
Yeah, I mean, on at least the most complete player, just giving the effort everywhere, has a knack for the ball. See the Mules, one change they've made, they've gone right back to that zone that they rolled out to start the first half.
We'll see what the Jumbos do to counter it. Aronson thought about the shot. Champion. Thorner's open. Can he get it in? Down low to Bernstein. Gonna back down. Go up. No. Second chance. No. Third chance. Board grabbed by Tyson. Tyson. Into Obi. Wanted the backdoor cut there from Kyle Butler. Didn't find it. Backdoor cut into Kazermak. Tyson, who has not taken a seat at any point in this game. Step back 3. Way short. And that's what happens when you try a step back 3 against Josh Bernstein.
Yeah, Bernstein will check out after giving the Jumbos huge minutes right there. And, he's been inside and outside, as you saw right there. Mules, again, can't get anything down low, both because of the presence of Bernstein, but also the perimeter defense. You saw it right there. The ball never touched the paint.
Cohen. Jumbo's still trying to figure out what the press break is. Gettings gets it at the baseline. Aronson 3. Little too strong. Board is grabbed by Max Polton ahead. Thorner back. Going to try and take the charge. Instead shuts it down. Polton back down low. Jonah Obi backing down Thorner. Step back. Got it.
Good shot right there. Got Thorner moving backwards a bit. Thorner wasn't able to reset. Just a real smart basketball play to get a good, easy 2.
Colby gets it back to a 10-point game. 9 minutes to go. Thorner, great pass. Aronson going to take it. Can't get it to go again. That one tipped, and somehow Carson Cohen gets the board, being like triple teamed. What's the call? It's a foul. And then some extracurriculars after the fact, which I don't particularly think Ben Kazermak liked.
No, he didn't. He felt like Carson Cohen kind of shoved him out of the way. And it was a tough call down there. I mean, we had no idea, but Carson Cohen definitely stepped out at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
They just
drives,
chose to give him the
slams
foul.
On the break, kicks. Cohen, will he take the shot? Fakes around the pick. Gets around Kazermak. Stops on a dime, and that's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay Jumbo's ball.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to call it a kickball just off the leg. Kazermat, I don't think he's happy at Cohen again. Looked like Cohen might have extended the arm a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is NESCAC basketball. It's not exactly known for being contact-free. Thorner quickly into Gettings. 5 on the shot clock. Thorner gets it right back and finishes. Thorner's got 22. Jumbo's got 52, and it's a 12-point lead. Polton. Obi going to drive against the other 25, Truman Gettings. Forces a tough fadeaway, which Obi gets again.
Yeah, that's an impress. Clearly, he likes that spot. Second time he's taken a shot that's been pretty well contested right there. That one was even better by Gettings. Still finished over the contact.
Champion, 3. Short, rims it, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, the Jumbos are clearly right now, more than happy to take those open outside shots. They are really just a couple away from putting this game out of reach. So far, they haven't been able to hit any, at least in the last couple trips down the floor. The Mules are staying in it. But, they've got to know that they've got to close the ground fast. If they're going to play that zone, then they're going to leave corners behind the arc open. And the Jumbos only need a couple to really end this game.
Will King around the picks. Thorner on him. Gonna drive left on Thorner. Thorner comes, blocks it, and it'll stay Colby basketball.
Just a great job by the reach of Thorner. I mean, it's just a smart play to know where the ball is going to be released from. You don't have to overcompensate, don't have to jump into them. Just keep your hand in a good spot. Wait for the ball to be revealed. Easy block.
Tyson. Great hands, Theo Henry with the steal. Across the timeline. Aronson around the pick, back to Henry. Stewart wants it, doesn't get it, sets a pick instead. Henry gonna drive, got a step, gets fouled.
I don't think they're gonna call that on the floor. It was a good job by Bobby Stewart to get a good seal there to open that lane for Theo Henry, who had a step, forced the foul. And Lawson will come back in, give a little more height to Mules.
Thorner quickly into Stewart, gets it right back. Around the Stewart pick, pull-up jumper, of course it goes.
Man, oh man, he is just really, really, really locked in right now.
Absolutely. King, Lawson around the pick, thought about the shot. Henry looked like there was a charge. Ref does not want to blow the whistle. Aronson goes the other way, crosses over around Polson, skip past Stewart. Oh, that would have been such a nice play.
Yeah, I think Bobby Stewart just wasn't able to gather himself in time.
Quickly ahead, open 3, rims out. And a choice made there by Dylan Thorner to let that go. If he had grabbed it, they could have had numbers.
Yeah, they could have, but no reason to. You're not necessarily looking for the fast break right now. I think they're more than content to waste a few seconds, and that had some crazy arc on that shot. Talk about rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
That thing, the skyscraper.
That thing, I think we found the Chinese balloon. I think it's right there. Jumbo's at 54. They've scored 25 in this second half. Still not a great offensive performance on the day, but in terms of individuals, Dylan Thorner. Yeah, sure, he's got the points. He's got 24. He's shooting 83% from the field today.
Yeah, I mean, just give him the ball at this point. Colby's shown, and one thing we've seen is even as they've left that zone, they're not really sending too many double teams, and it makes sense. Again, this is a tough team that thrives on the assist, so don't need to leave men open. But when Thorner's that electric, and I mean, I wonder, especially as he starts to get the ball, if they start being more aggressive, sending double teams, trying to force turnovers.
Yeah, speaking of assists, magic number's been hit. We're at 18, and right now it's looking like that streak's going to hold true.
Yeah, hopefully we get no more announcers jinx on that one.
Jumbo's going to come back out. Going to have an interesting lineup here. Starting lineup with the exception of Theo Henry in for Carson Cohen.
Yeah, and I think they like the Theo Henry's ability to. I mean, not that Carson Cohen is not a good perimeter defender, but Theo Henry's so quick on the ball. I think they want him to probably take away some of those threes, which it's the one thing the Mules could use a lucky shooting and maybe get back into it.
Gettings backing him down, left hand, got it.
Activate the bigs, activate your offensive game. You're on a sure path to victory. The Jumbos continue to do a much better job of that in the last few minutes.
Will King. Great move there. Can't get to go. Was Lawson, and Aronson quickly ahead with the board. Henry crosses over one and gets just hacked.
Yep.
Max Bolton makes no attempt to play defense on that play. Aronson calling out the play. Side inbound, Dylan Thorner to trigger it. Henry comes to grab it. Thorner wants the ball, can't get it. Shovel pass, Gettings just short. Will King away with the board. Good job by Gettings to get back, shut that down. Open three is in and out from Lawson, and Aronson's gonna look to push it the other way. Crosses over, drive, spin move, and a finish and a half.
Whoa, nice move by Tyler Aronson and ahead of steam, and he's hard to stop. I love the confidence that he's playing with today. It feels like we haven't seen that too often this season, but that's the Tyler Aronson we really remember from the beginning of the year.
Absolutely. Will King crosses over Stewart, gets baseline, stops on a dime, can't get it to go. Jumbo's going to quickly look to go the other way. Theo Henry in a hurry. Euro up. No. Second chance. Gettings goes flying, and it's going to be Bates' ball as Gettings touched it while out of bounds. You want to talk about runs? Let's talk about runs. Jumbos are on a 21-5 run in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really started on the defensive end. You know, we've seen turnovers and really rebounding. They've done an outstanding job. The Jumbos have no second chance opportunities. I mean, they should be winning that rebounding battle. Nevertheless, you love to see it. Mules have been one and done a lot. That's off the Mules, I think. Yeah, touched it. Definitely went off his hand last.
Yeah, just lost the handle, did Tyson. Back into the game is Gamesi and Cohen. Out are Henry and Stewart.
And it's a testament to the way they think Scott Gamessi's played. I mean, this game, I mean, it's not like it's a nail-biter, but it's not put away quite yet. And who's out there getting clutch time minutes? Scott Gamesi.
Absolutely. Brendan Linton did a very good job recruiting this class, and they're starting to pay dividends right about now. Cohen, extra pass. Aronson going to drive, kick back to Cohen. Gamesi going to drive, kicks. Wide open Aronson, three. Just short. Cohen with the board. Stops. Aronson, crossover, off the defender. 10 on the shot clock.
Oh,
wow.
No, that was a foul. You know, it was a good hustle play, but I'm pretty sure whoever dove on the ground clipped Aronson's legs. It looked like, at least to me.
I think you're right, but I don't know if the ref could see it.
And I at the same time, I think Aronson might have gone away with a little arm extension push-off on the loose ball to begin with, so it might all even out as...
I don't think he got away with the extension there. I think he got away with the extension when he tried to drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's been Tyler Aronson's game for whatever it is, 4 years now, that if he can get a little bit of an arm extension so that he can get an easier shot, he's going to do it. And he tried it, and it worked, but he lost the handle in the process. Now,
completely unrelated to anything you just said, I have to give a shout-out to the event staff here for playing the Imperial March over the loudspeaker. Just a great choice. Not sure if it was appropriate with 4 minutes to go. Would have liked to see it maybe a little earlier. You know, maybe as Tyler Aronson or Dylan Thorner checked back into the game would have been kind of cool, but I still respect the sound choice nonetheless.
See, I feel I'm the other way. I feel like if you're going to play the Imperial March, you got to play it when the Colby bench decides, all right, we're going to put in the scrubs, this game's over. That's when you play Imperial March.
And they're still going with it. I don't know, must be.
They are. This is a long track. I don't think I've heard it go this far.
No.
It's a long timeout break here at Cousins. While we have you occupied, we will remind you tomorrow afternoon, the Jumbos have another home game. It's Bowdoin. It's right here. And assuming this one finishes the way it is right now, the Jumbos will have their fate in terms of a first-round home game in the NESCAC tournament in their own hands starting tomorrow. Win and it's yours. Handoff. Lot of Mules getting their first looks of either the second half or the game. Cooper Wakala dribbling it, gets called as Scott Gamesi just got his hand in the cookie jar a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little incidental contact. He didn't like it. It was definitely light, but there was contact, so I'm okay with that foul.
Polton. Tyson. Polton going to drive against Aronson. Shut off. Tyson now. McLaren on him. Step back three. Back rim. Up for the board. And Truman Gettings comes away with it.
Tyson really loves those step backs, doesn't he?
Yeah, that might be number 10 on the day. It was great in the first half when he was hitting them, but he has not hit a shot in this second half. Aronson comes to collect. 10 on the shot clock. Around the Gettings screen. Pick and roll between the legs pass. And a lot of contact. They're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah, no.
That is unfortunate.
That
would have been something.
What a pass. And it was a jump ball. It was a good, actually, defensive recovery to get pretty much all ball on Truman Gettings. But what a pass. Oh, my God. We're just Tyler Aronson bring out his whole bag of tricks today. Again, it's just the confidence you see him playing with. It's really a welcome sight.
Yeah, and you want to talk about when they should be playing Imperial March. It's right about now when Coach Damian Strahorn just took Noah Tyson out of the game.
Yep.
That is the white flag. Open three is way off for Lawson, and McLaren comes away with the board. Jumbos can take it under 3 in this possession. 16-point lead in Cousins. Aronson. Gettings handoff. Carson Cohen thought about the 3, instead drives. Extra pass, Gamesi floater. Of course it goes.
He's looked really nice with that floater today. I mean, that's probably a 3rd or 4th one he's hit, and it's in real smooth every time.
Absolutely. McGovern trying to drive on Aronson, just getting shut off. Here is Lawson, the only starter remaining in the game for the Mules. Winkala against Gettings, step back 3, got it.
That was actually a really, really smooth step back. And yeah, I was about to say, I think Brandon Linton's going to call a timeout simply to get his starters out of the game with the back-to-back tomorrow. That was a really nice, really smooth step back 3, though.
Okay, this is an acceptable song to
my God, yes.
to choose as they make the final subs and basically
Riley,
let some of the reserves get some play time.
Let me ask you the Family Feud question of the day. Name something snowmen might have nightmares about. I have an idea, but I'll let you go first.
I would say the snowmen have a nightmare that they are going to grow up and realize that they are distantly related to Olaf.
Okay, yeah, little good reference there. I was just gonna say the sun, but I'll take yours as well. Yeah, we got a peeing dog, melting, summer, fire, but the sun takes first place on the student athlete Family Feud, so I will take my first place. Mantle home with me tonight.
You can take that. I got the joy of the crowd. McLaren into Gamesi. That is a suicide pass if I've ever seen one. Great spin move there. Going the other way. Kick out. O'Connell kicks. Top of the key. Cooper Ricala. Handoff. Double team. Step back 3. That one doesn't go. Who else to get the board but Scott Gamesi, who then gives it away. Open 3 is good from Alex McGovern, and it's only a 12-point game.
Yeah, Jumbo's a little careless right now, especially off that turnover right there. Still a 12-point game, but no need to rush things. Take your time here. Burn the clock.
Champion kicks. Maracas calls for the screen instead. Hands off Gamesi. Now Casey McLaren. Maracas thought about the 3 instead. Gamesi, 5 on the shot clock. Maracas had Dieterle instead. Stops, pulls up, gets the and 1.
Tough finish right there.
That is a really impressive play. Coming off the bench, minute 38, having not seen an inch of the floor all day, and your first shot is a contested and 1. Maracas will finish the 3-point play. Jumbo's lead back up to 15 here. Open 3 again, and another one falls for Alex McGovern.
That feels like a little too little, too late. Something we saw similarly in the first half when the Mules were hanging around hitting those contested threes. They went pretty cold for a while. Guess they found it right just about now.
I'm guessing when Colby watches this game back, Coach Stroud's going to be like, why did I not put him in with 5 minutes to go? McLaren, deep three, rims out. Board grabbed by Clay Bolster.
Jumbos realistically just need one more stop, and that'll do it.
Fake step back three, that one rims out. McLaren will get you that. Stop Scott. And they will just cross the timeline. We'll see if they even shoot this ball. It looks like Jay Daterly wants to. That one does not go. And Colby will come the other way with it.
Not actually sure why he shot that ball there. Really would have liked to see more clock go.
A deep three falls for Liam O'Connell, and timeout from Colby. We'll see if they put on a trap now. It is only a 9-point game.
Yeah, 3 possessions. I mean, they will definitely try for the trap. I think, any more points the Jumbos will do it, but no harm in at least, quick turnover all of a sudden 25 seconds. It's a 6-point game if all goes to well, and then who knows what can happen. So they'll give it their best effort. We saw actually something very similar happen in the Knicks Heat game in the NBA. It was a 5-point game with like 8 seconds to go, and Knicks almost caved that game right away. So all hope is not lost for the Mules, but it is quickly dwindling.
Yeah, that is true. In terms of hope for the Jumbos, well, today is a big step in the right direction in terms of that. Coming in off of a brutal, unfortunate loss at Middlebury on the second half of a doubleheader against top 10 teams. And the Jumbos, well, they played the first half like they were on the third half of a trifecta. They looked like they had been playing for about 36 hours straight. But this second half showed the team that beat Williams comfortably.
Yeah, they have been playing pretty inconsistent, of course, as we'll see a trap attempt. Oh, he barely stayed in. I think he did, but whew, that was by centimeters. And yeah, to finish that point off, the Jumbos, they had a really uncharacteristic loss to Bates, a really struggling Bates team. To come back with a great win against Williams, blow them out of the water. Tough loss against Middlebury, but the way Middlebury's been playing on the second night, a road back-to-back, you can't really blame them too much. So this is a good game to find your rhythm.
Though that Middlebury loss is, of the NESCAC losses the Jumbos have had this year, it's the only, legit one.
Right.
The other two, the Bates loss and the Conn College loss to start the season, those were games the Jumbos, for all intents and purposes, blew.
Right.
That Middlebury game, the Jumbos honestly were lucky to stick around in the first half. They got off to a great start, but in the end, when you have to travel 400 miles in a weekend and play 2 top 10 teams in a back-to-back, it's very hard to win both games. Wow, that was a lane violation, which they are going to call. It is an impressive amount of violation that you have to commit to get them to call it in a 9-point game with 17 seconds to go.
Yeah, there's 2 calls that at every level are never made. Lane violation and defensive 3 seconds. There's been a lot of good studies that have shown that almost every play has either one of them, and they never, ever call them.
Guess who got the board to finish this one off? Scott Kamesi will grab the board. That'll do it for all of us here at JumboCast. Final score, Jumbo 63 and the Mules of Colby College 54. We'll be back in a couple minutes with a post-game interview. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Riley here from JumboCast. We're live post-game with Scott Comesi after a big second half performance in the win against Colby. Scott, can you walk us through how every single floater seemed to fall today?
It's just a testament to the work that all the guys put in practice, myself included, but, that goes to everyone on the team. We're all getting in there, getting shots up every day. We're all working hard every day, so that's really all it is.
Yeah, in terms of putting that effort in, as you mentioned, it seemed that was what we kept saying. It wasn't, the crossovers that we see from Dylan Thorner or the height we see from Josh Bernstein. It was you were there on every effort play. I think no play encapsulates it better than the offensive board on the free throw with 17 seconds to go. That's the sort of play that no one expects to make because the game's over at that point, but you just keep pushing through, and that's really impressive. What motivates you guys to just always give your all?
I think that's what we talked about a lot coming down the stretch into the postseason is just, being a very persistent team every play. And that's sort of what's going to set us apart from the other NESCAC teams when we get into conference play and, hopefully into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, you speak of the conference play. Obviously, the win tonight means you guys have fate in your hands. If you guys win out your last 3 regular season games, you are guaranteed a first-round home game right here. How much would that mean?
I think that would mean a lot. The older guys, about 3 years ago in 2020, they hosted. They won the NESCAC. I think they won 2 games before COVID shut it all down, but, it sounds like it'd be an unbelievable experience. And I think everyone on the team would like that.
Before I let you go and celebrate the win with the team, what's the mentality going into tomorrow? You guys got Bowdoin coming in.
I think it's the same thing, just being persistent every play, trusting in our guys, and, just keep on pushing.
All right, thanks so much,
of course,
Scott. Man. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon on JumboCast as the guys take on Bowdoin. Good night.